Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another empties video for my wax. Now, today is almost Halloween. It's about a week away from Halloween. That being said, I have pre-filmed a ton of videos that are going to be going up, and they're going to be completely out of order. So just keep that in mind. I have actually a couple other empties videos I've done, and they're earlier in the fall season. So I just want to put that out of the way. I want to put this video up so I can explain what's going on. Every time I film a video, I just never post it. For whatever reason, I don't really know. But anyway, I have gone through a ton of stuff, and I'm super happy to actually clear this out and make room because I got a ton more stuff on the chopping block ready to burn. So let's get started. I actually have these organized for the first time for you guys. I went above and beyond for you. So let's talk about candles. I only have a few. The first one I have here is by DW Home, and this is in the scent Jungle Guava. Now, these, for me, have always burned like crap. These are the 2-wick candles. These are the, how many ounces? I don't even remember. 15 ounce. These are the 15 ounce jars. They just burn like crap, so they go in my candle crock. Hence why they look like this. They have no wicks in there because they're buried somewhere in the candle. Even so, this was so light, I could barely smell it, and I put the entire thing brand new in the candle crock. So I think I'm done buying DW Home candles, unfortunately. There's been a couple that have performed really well for me, and they're usually the ones in the tiny sizes, believe it or not. I've talked about the buttered popcorn one, I believe, either in a video that I've already posted or one that you're going to see very soon. So now that I'm rambling, let's keep going. Okay, this one is from Kohl's. This is the Sonoma Coconut Mahogany. This was one of those triple layered candles, so they had like 3 different scents or something like that, or whatever. And the notes on this were coconut, sea salt, and mahogany. This was really nice, actually. I burned this in my bedroom, and I did burn it. It went down to about here, and I don't remember why I put it in the candle crock, but it burned beautifully. It did leave a little bit of, you know, schmutz on the edge and stuff, but whatever. It's a candle. I really don't care if it leaves residue, honestly. It doesn't bother me. As long as it performs well and doesn't tunnel. This was a fantastic, masculine, kind of smoky, woodsy scent. I really liked this. I'm not a big fan of masculine scents. You guys have heard me say it before, but that one was really, really nice. And if it came back, I probably would repurchase another one. It performed great. And lastly, for the candles, we have a little key lime pie here from Bath & Body Works. Yeah, do I need to say more? I either have crazy good luck with these little guys or horrible luck with these little guys. Now, this one did burn itself all the way down. It really did. It burned itself out. But look at all the stuff on the edge, and then there's a little tiny bit of sooting. Now, I will say this sooting that's on here in these like random patches, that's from lighting the candle, so it was tilted when I lit it. So that I'm not going to complain about. But overall, for a little tiny guy like this actually threw really, really well. This scented up my master bedroom upstairs, my original master bedroom. For those of you who don't know, we converted my basement into a master bedroom. So my personal bedroom is about 500 square feet. The original master in the house is upstairs. My daughter has it. So I'm talking about the original master. Does it matter? Probably not. But just so you know, this can scent up a good-sized bedroom by itself. The end. Oh, and it really does smell super, super good. It's a very authentic key lime pie. So I did like that one. If it came back in a 3-wick, I would get it, but not in those tiny little guys. Okay, let's move into clamshells, and then we'll end off with bags. So Yankee Candle, Sun and Sand, sweet orange flower, lemony citrus, fresh lavender, and powdery musk. I don't get powdery anything from this. This one is very, very perfumey, however. I guess you could say it is powdery. You know, I don't really consider it powdery, but other people probably would. Anyway, Sun and Sand smells like it's going to kick you in the mouth. Super crazy, crazy strong. But when I melted it in my bathroom, believe it or not, it was like a 5. Like, I don't understand what happened or why. I used to really like that scent on cold, and I actually don't like it anymore, so I wouldn't repurchase it. But I don't know. I hear that one performs so great for everybody, and it just didn't perform for me. Okay, then we have Scentsy Butter Pecan. Now, I have a little quick story. I know, shock, right? But I do have a quick story behind this. When I first picked up the Scentsy Butter Pecan, back when it was the scent of the month, it was last fall, I think, I really couldn't smell very much of it, and it wasn't sweet. It really wasn't pleasant, to be honest with you. It was like a raw, nutty flavor flavor. A raw nutty scent. But I was like, oh, whatever, I'll throw it in the back and let it sit. Well, I did, and I melted it, and you can see that it was a little bit older. See how yellow it got? Which is a good thing. But I waited until this year to melt it, and now this is amazing. It's sweet, it's buttery, you can get the pecan, like this is awesome. And yeah, now it's like back to being what it should have been in the first place. So yeah, I actually really do like that. I have a couple backups, but I'm not going to go out and repurchase it just because it's not like my favorite scent, but it's very good. All right, let's get back into the business here. Wonderberry Campfire Caramel Corn. This one wasn't horrible. It was just kind of on the lighter side. Wonderberry, again, is one of those companies that's either really, really awesome or doesn't really give me much. So I wouldn't repurchase that, but I do love that scent profile. Super Tarts, Game of Tarts, King Crow, Snowy Peppermint, and AF Fierce Sexy Man scent. Oh, Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce Sexy Man scent. Holy crap. I didn't like this one. I think it has a lot to do with that sexy man scent mixed with the peppermint. I don't know. Normally I love peppermint with everything, but believe it or not, that one just, no, I just don't like that one. And it really didn't perform as strong as I thought it would be for Super Tarts either. Best Scented Wax, Apple Butter Caramel. I think this one was really good. Whoa, I just chucked it clear across the room. Okay, this one was really good. Again, Best Scented Wax doesn't have the best throw for me typically. It's very hit or miss. This one definitely has a very nice mellow apple, but the caramel is pretty well able to stand up to the apple. So that one wasn't bad. Again, wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it though. Another one that I won't purchase from this company anymore. Astonishing Aroma, Lavender Vanilla. The scent was nice. It's a beautiful lavender. It's not overly herbal. It's not obnoxious. It definitely has that like sunscreen body care type of scent to it, but again, they just don't perform for me. I ended up melting that in my kids' room. So not a repurchase. And one of the last ones that I wouldn't repurchase, but I don't have a complaint about it, is Wonderberry Blackberry Marshmallow. This is a really nice blackberry marshmallow scent. This reminds me of a gum. Like, I can't think of what flavor, but it reminds me of like a bubble gum in a weird way. It just wasn't strong enough for me. I really like my scents to be pretty strong because my house is very, very large and open concept. So when I don't have a scent that really throws, it's almost like I'm not even melting it. So that one I used in a small bedroom, and it was decent, but it's just not something I would use for the rest of my home. So would not repurchase it. I do have one more backup that I will use, and then that's it. Oh my gosh, my feet are falling asleep. I lied. This is one more that I wouldn't repurchase. This was from this past summer, Better Homes and Gardens Pomelo Nectar Prosecco. This is strong, like strong. And if you like a perfumey kind of pomelo citrusy scent, this is really, really nice. I'm just not a big fan of a lot of citrus. It's got to be a very specific citrus for me. That's kind of full. Or else I just don't like it. So as far as performance goes, that one was phenomenal, but it's just not my thing. Okay, let's get into some positivity. First one, Warm Leathered Amber by Better Homes and Gardens. This one is, I thought it was limited edition for the fall, but it doesn't say limited anywhere on here. So I'm wondering if they're going to make this permanent. I'm not sure. When I first melted this, I don't think I put enough in. Now, this is definitely a masculine scent. It is a mellow masculine scent. It's not a sharp, if that makes sense. It's not like sharp cologne. It's a mellowed out, warm masculine scent. I don't get leather, I don't think. Oh, maybe a little bit. This blends really, really well with each other, so there's really no notes you can pick out other than overall it's a masculine scent. One of the few that I do like, I think I just didn't use enough when I first melted it. I think I used 2 cubes in my bedroom, and because like I said, it's the size of a studio apartment, I needed to use 3 cubes, and then when I did that, it was beautiful. So I do have a few backups left of this, and I really do enjoy that a lot. This is just your basic Walmart little 93-cent wax cubes in Cozy Gathering. Oh my dear sweet heavenly Lord, this is glorious. If you like basically what's in the picture, a really nice, fireplace with some, warm, cozy vibes, this is it. I love this. It's so warm and inviting and delicious. It's not bakery. It's not coffee. It's not sweet at all in a bakery type of way. It's just a very cozy, campfire-y, like cold, crisp fall or winter night. And it is super strong. These are like half as thick as a regular clamshell. So if you look at the size difference, okay? These are only, like I said, 93 cents. I have 3 warmers in my main area upstairs, and like I said, I have very tall ceilings. They're 12-foot cathedral ceilings. So in order to get a good throw, I need to typically use a lot of wax. Well, I don't have to with these. I have 3 warmers upstairs, one in my kitchen, one in the living room on my actual fireplace, and then one behind it on a shelf. And all I do is 2 cubes, 2 cubes, and 2 cubes, and this sucker scents up my entire upstairs for about a day and a half, almost 2 days if I let it go that long. It's incredible. For 93 cents, you guys. Seriously. Siren from the Bathing Garden. I think I used this up in my bathroom. Yes, I did. I used this up in my bathroom. It's very difficult for me to pinpoint what this is as far as scent goes. To me, a bathroom scent is a bathroom scent in a lot of ways. Some of them are more like perfumey. Some of them are a little powdery. This one, I don't remember the notes on it, but it's just not strong enough even for my bathroom. I used 1 cube at a time in my little plug-in wall warmer. It just wasn't my deal. It wasn't strong enough. It was pretty as a scent, but it's just, like I said, just not my favorite. This, they need to bring back. Holy buckets. This was from last year, Spiced Vanilla Embers from Better Homes and Gardens. This is basically like a glorified marshmallow fireside, except it's super unique. There's something else different about this. It's not your standard marshmallow fireside. Those vanilla that they use is more of like a body care vanilla. So instead of giving it a food type scent, it gives it a just warm, rich, delicious, and holy beast mode strong kind of scent. That one I could have got away with 1 cube in my bedroom, but I did end up using 2, and that would last 2 to 3 full days in my room. It was just amazing, and I do have backups of that. Another mainstays, apple cider donut. This is a fan favorite. This is kind of like a cult following. This is glorious. I love it. I have a ton of these on backup. Just a perfect representation of apple cider and donut. You get that breadiness of the donut. You get the sugary sweet. You get the apple cider. It's not too spicy. Perfection. Cheap. Perfection. Last but not least, for the clamshells, we have Super Tarts Beast, which is Beast Blueberry and Cornbread. I freaking love this scent. It is super crazy strong. I really want this in a band bag. Oh, it's such a good blueberry. I love this so much. It's very old. If you can't tell, it's all yellow. And Super Tarts tends to get squishy clams when they get a little bit older. So this one was starting to get pretty squishy, and I decided to use it. So I will definitely repurchase Beast. Okay, and then we have Pleasingly Pumpkin Dreidel from L3. This was a scoopable wax sample. Wow, this was strong. Strong! It definitely had pumpkin in it, and it had a ton of cinnamon, which typically I don't like, but this was a sweet cinnamon, and oh my gosh, it literally opened to my world to scoopable wax, because this was the strongest throw. This one little tiny guy, I split between 2 warmers, and it filled up my entire upstairs, just this little teeny sample, for like the entire day. So 100% I have now entered the scoopable realm, and we will be talking about that in the near future too. All right, my heat is about to kick on, so it's going to get a tiny bit louder in the background. Sorry. But let's talk some bags here. I went through a ton of bags the past couple weeks that I have not filmed. The first thing I have here is from VCS. This is California Girls. My friend Chrissy sent this to me as a sample, kind of, when I bought a D-stash from her. I really like California Girls. It's a very summery, like fruity kind of scent. I have another bag of it, so I don't need to repurchase it, but I totally would if I ran out. Bento Wax Co. So Sleepy, which is So White Lush Type, peppermint and lavender. I really like the scent of this, and I just can't get it to throw. So, I mean, I might mess with it. I have a couple more of these bags of So Sleepy. Bento is no longer in business, by the way, which is very depressing because I really like Bento. But either way, I'm going to kind of play with it and see if I can, you know, match it to different warmers and see where it will perform, because it smells great. I just can't get it to throw very well. Old Primitive Treasures, Aspen Winter. This was like a wintry, kind of like a masculine wintry scent. I used this up in my bathroom, and it was nice. I mean, not super memorable, so Wouldn't repurchase it, but it was still really nice. Super Tarts Peppermint Butler. This was a sample. This thing, wow. That's all I'm gonna say. This was just one cube. I cut this cube in half because it was so strong. I used it in my son's bedroom, and it literally competed with the main 3 warmers in my main room off of half of a scent cube. This is amazing. If you guys like a peppermint mocha scent, go for this because it'll throw you out of the house. It is insane, and I will absolutely repurchase that when I get through some more of my chocolate scents. Used up some Jackie O. This was nice. She's kind of a basic scent. This is from VCS. I think I said that. I don't know. This is kind of like a birthday cake, whipped cream, sugar cookie, just kind of a basic blend. I use it as a mixer for a lot of other things. So I do have more of her in blends. I don't think I would repurchase it by itself, but I would definitely repurchase blends with it in there, if that makes sense. Nice old Sassy Girl Sugar Cookie Crunch Berry Pretzel. This was really nice. It had a decent throw. It smelled kind of like a mix of cereal with a bit of a salty note, which I love. So no complaints here. Oh my gosh, my legs are falling asleep. I'm on the floor and it hurts. So I do like that one, but I wouldn't repurchase that exact blend. Sweet Sage Scents, Sweet Pumpkin Buttered Rum Wake Up, which is pumpkin, buttered rum, nutmeg, ginger, vanilla, clove, coffee, and caramel. Now, if I'm correct, in this particular bag, this actually wasn't what was in the bag. This was a like orange citrus scent, and it confused the crap out of me because I pulled this out to warm in one of the bedrooms for fall, and all of a sudden I got this overwhelming sense of orange, and I was like, what is going on here? So I think this was actually bagged wrong. I would have loved to smell what it was supposed to be, but the orange scent wasn't bad. It's just interesting. I love Sweet Sage scents. You guys keep an eye out because there is going to be a haul coming up. 2 hauls from Sweet Sage coming up. I absolutely love Michelle's wax. They're amazing. Rose Girls Fairy Floss. I use this up in my bathroom. This was kind of like a... Yeah, this was weird to me. This had like a bubblegummy, perfumey, fruity scent. Definitely not a favorite. Not one that I would repurchase, but it was a really, really strong performer. Bento Wax, Unruly Berries, Black Raspberry Vanilla, and Lord of Misrule. I loved this. I'm so sad Bento's gone, you guys. They do the best Lord of Misrule, like, ever. And the best minty sugar cookies. Like, Bento, I don't know what happened, but God, I miss them so much. I would repurchase probably 90% of the Bento that I'm going through, but I can't because they're gone, so it's sad. Super Tarts Yellow Brick Road, French Baguette, Whipped Cream, and Lemon Eclair. I actually mixed this with something else. It wasn't strong enough on its own, which shocks me, again, for Super Tarts. But it was a nice, basic lemon bread scent. Yeah, nothing really else to say. Rose Girls Wax Melts Goodnight Moon. This was like a peppermint blend of, you know, peppermint lavender or something like that. I'm not sure, but it was great. It performed really well. Might repurchase in the future. Bento Wax Company, Santa's Beard, a secret minty bento blend, which makes me sad because I don't know what it is and I can't even make my own. Oh, it's so good. I want to say this was like a mint shaving cream type of scent with a bit of pine. It was so good, you guys. Oh, I'm so sad. Bento Holidays at Woodstock, Patchouli, Sandalwood, Strawberry, Raspberry, and Peppermint. I loved this too. This was a great performer. Really, really liked the blend. Very unique blend, and I really liked it. Sweet Sage, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Sugar Cookie, Tres Leches Cake. This one actually was bagged properly and it was delicious. I used this in my beauty room upstairs, my filming room, whatever you want to call it. It was great. It had a great smell. It had a lot of the same fragrance notes as the Scentsy Butter Pecan, so it's a great blend. I really liked it. Performed great. Oh, I loved this one way more than I thought I was going to. So Rose Girls, Fireside, Marshmallow, Blue Sugar, and Mahogany and Teakwood. So this is basically like a marshmallow fireside with a touch, like a touch of masculinity. And it was sweetened up with the blue sugar. This was beautiful. This was so, so good. Crazy, crazy strong. Absolutely loved it. Would repurchase it. Southbound Soap. You know this one's old. Spring Cleaning, Wild Rose, Sweet Violet Blossoms, Coconut Orange, and Musk. Florals are not my thing, you guys know that, so I typically do use my florals up in my bathroom, and that's exactly where I used Spring Cleaning. It was good. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite, but I just wanted to use it up. Sweet sage butter rum spice cake, smooth buttery rum, cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla, and caramelized sugar. This one was okay. This one didn't have the throw that I was hoping it would, actually. I used this up in the kids' room, and it was good. It just, this particular little sample size didn't really perform as well as some of the others that I have. Bento Dem Barbershop Cookies. Barbershop and Dem store-bought cookies. I really love the mix of barbershop or shaving cream and cookie. I think they go really well together, which is a weird combo, but I love it. I can't say anymore. Everything bento here, more than likely I would repurchase unless I say otherwise, just so you know. Especially this one. Bento Toasted Pumpkins, you guys. Fresh pumpkin, cloves, cinnamon, and smoked embers. There is a legit toasty pumpkin scent to this. It was almost like toasted sweetened pumpkin seeds, and it was perfection. I am so depressed that it's gone. I would have repurchased this in a loaf. I am so sad that that is gone. One of my all-time favorite bentos so far to date. Southbound Soap. Now it's Southbound Candle Co. Apple Crunch Cookies, crisp apple and warm cinnamon blends into a sweet cookie dough with crushed almond and vanilla cream. This one was okay. Didn't perform the absolute greatest, but I think that's because not only does it have a perfumey note to it, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird, but it's also quite old, and it's stored in one of these like fold top, resealable tops, and I don't like those because they tend to lose their scent a lot. So I wouldn't repurchase that one. Sorry, trying to remember what these smell like, you guys. I went through a lot. We're almost done. Vintage Chic Apple Cinnamon Ice Cream Man. That's pretty much what this smelled like, was like apple cinnamon ice cream. It was good. It performed well. I have no complaints. Yeah. Might not repurchase that one particularly because cinnamon is just not my favorite thing, but it was good. Super Tart 6 cents. This was definitely like a mocha chino, like a mocha coffee. I used it in my son's room. It was pretty strong, actually. It did well. Not as good as the Peppermint Butler, but this one lasted for about a full day. And yeah, he liked it a lot. Bento Beautiful Blue Box, which was blueberry cotton candy frosting and peppermint. I need to recreate this blend because this was so beautiful. Not the best performer. I think it was a little bit light, but I want to recreate that blueberry and peppermint because I think that was just a great combo. Super Tarts The Wardrobe. This was hard to describe, actually. This one has almost like a muskiness to it. Like if you've ever smelled Super Tarts, what's it called? Old Books. Kind of like that. It's got like an old scent to it with a little bit of masculinity. It wasn't bad. It wasn't very strong for me, but it's not something that I would repurchase. Sweet Sage Scents Blood Orange. Bergamot, grapefruit, blood orange, green leaves, neroli, and cedarwood. I used this up in my bathroom. And wow, is it strong. You definitely get that blood orange right out the gate, and it lasted a good amount of time. The only thing with this that I can say that I didn't like is it's way better warming, I'll say that. On cold, it smells like a dirty litter box, and that sounds so horrible, and I love Michelle Moon. I love her wax. Sweet Sage is one of my top 5 vendors, but on cold, it smells like kind of like cat pee, and I think that's just because of all the citrus in there, but when it's warm, that does go away, so don't think that you're gonna smell like a dirty house. It's just on cold, it's got a weird note to it. Wonderberry Bakery in the Woods. This is actually going right now in my bedroom, so unfortunately I can't give you much of a I'm trying to smell it as I'm sitting here. I really don't get a lot out of it. Like I said, Wonderberry is very hit or miss for me. They're either really good or they just don't throw. So I have a feeling this one's not going to be the greatest for throw. The other day I melted one that was candy corn, which for me, again, typically doesn't throw. And that sucker was super strong. So it's just weird with Wonderberry. They're one way or the other. So, okay. Caramel Apple Pecan Donut. This one, I don't even remember it. Isn't that sad? You know, I should know because I literally just melted this like a day or two ago. I don't really have any memory of this one, so that tells me it wasn't overly good or strong or important. So unfortunately, that one probably is not going to be one that I would repurchase anyway if it was there. Honey, I Bathed the Kids, Sassy Girl Aroma. I use this up in my bathroom. This one is a decent throw. Again, not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of a lot of these powdery laundry type of scents. Body wash type of scents. That one's good. It's got probably about a 6 when it comes down to strength and throw. But I wouldn't repurchase it. I just don't like, I'm not a fan of that particular laundry. I'm very picky with my laundry scents. Bento Wax Twilight. This is lavender, lang lang, and tonka beans. This was beautiful. I loved this one. Very relaxing and soothing. Very pretty, soft, feminine, and yeah, that one was really good. This one is last but not least because I need to talk about it. Oh my god. You guys, I had such just generic expectations of this, and it blew me out of the house. So Let It Go, I don't know the exact notes of it. This is from L3 Waxy Wonders. I know it was a cotton candy based scent. It has to be because it's what I smelled. Usually cotton candy scents for me don't throw. They're kind of mellow and mild, yada yada. This was just one little sample. I put it next to my bed, and I swear to God, I had this sucker throwing so strong. I could smell it the entire downstairs of my house. It was crazy strong, and it lasted like a full 12 hours. I was absolutely stunned. So Let It Go is definitely on my radar when I repurchase more wax. Wow, that was good. So that is my empties, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, the next few videos that are going to be coming are going to be out of order. So they've either already happened, it's been a week or two, the hauls are, you know, older, but just so you know, I do have more videos coming. It's just those ones are going to be a little bit on the older side. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you've been melting and burning, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.